Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with a Screenwriter's Rant on The Unforgivable, starring Sandra Bullock as an ex-con who did something terrible. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing, and please check out my books. You have been checking out the books, and Joan's been getting so many treats, right, Little Joan? Aw, poor Little Joan. It's going to be an inside day today. I think it's going to rain. Anywho, this movie looks very depressing. I think Sandra Bullock is angling for her Oscar. It's about a woman who raised her sister, and she killed a cop for some reason. Not exactly sure why, but she killed a cop either accidentally or on purpose, or the cop was trying to do something to her, or I don't know. But she served 20 years in prison. Now she's out. She's trying to reconnect with her sister, who was raised by another family, and the system's against her, and everybody hates her, and she's dealing with this, and there's all sorts of actors that you'll recognize in this movie. Shane from Walking Dead, and Vincent D'Onofrio from Kingpin and SVU, and it's Unforgivable. It's a drama. December 10th from Netflix. December 10th, there it is. The Unforgivable. I don't know. It looks a little too overdramatic. It kind of looks like, you know how people try too hard to do comedy sometimes, and it doesn't make it as funny. This looks like it's trying too hard to be dramatic. Right? Because everything is about this woman's horrible, horrible life. You know, she served 20 years, she killed a cop, she's in the system, and she's got to deal with all sorts of people, and nobody wants to talk to her or see her, and, oh, she's a killer, and blah, blah, blah. You know, she's trying to have a date, and she has to tell the date, I got out of prison, and, that's the most ridiculous scene in this trailer to me, is when she's on a date, I think, telling the guy, confessing to the guy why she was in prison. Like, normal person would go, listen, this is going to sound really horrible, but I was in prison for 20 years, and I killed someone, and it was a mess, but here's what happened. Like, someone would explain it in a way that would at least make themselves sound good. Like, I didn't want to kill this guy, but I had to save my sister or whatever. I'm sure that's why, or that she was mentally ill or whatever. It's not like she'd be totally unsympathetic. She didn't just kill a cop. She didn't just say, well, I just decided to kill a cop and then I served 20 years. There must have been a reason for it. Maybe she made a mistake or whatever, but it's a shame. It's like all the actors do this. They play these roles because it's like, oh, this is the only thing I can get an Oscar at. I have to play like this beaten person that's had a horrible life, and and all this drama, and I'm sure it's based on a true story, so it'll be like, oh, you gotta let me see my sister, she's part of my life, she's all I have, I sacrificed everything, that kind of thing. So first act, probably her getting out of prison, usually the way these kinds of movies start, and then slowly over the course of the movie, the first act, you find out why she was in prison. She killed this cop, everybody hates her. You get flashbacks, you get pieces of it. Maybe you get a little bit in the beginning. Then the second act, she finds her sister. She's trying to reconnect. Vincent D'Onofrio doesn't seem too opposed, but his wife is like, no. Your black sons would have been, and they got to make it racial for some reason. Your black sons would be dead. Okay, we're going down that path too. I mean, it's like too much. You're going to make it a racial thing, too? I mean, that kind of takes the focus off of her character. And then the third act, she overcomes somehow, maybe reconnects with her sister, gets a little bit of feedback or whatever. it's just mostly a movie about how dreary and horrible your life is if you're an ex-con. Yeah, it sucks. I'm sure it sucks. I don't know if it's that dramatic, but I'm sure it sucks to some degree. Although, there's some people who have been in jail. They've come back from it, and they seem perfectly fine and happy. I don't know. Everything that Hollywood does tends to be over dramatized to some degree. Like every scene in this, Sandra Bullock looks like she's been punched in the face and been up for 3 days. So I get it. It's an actor's thing, But again, I think there's such thing as too much drama. Too much drama. So she looks tired. Like every scene, she's going to look tired and beaten. Here she is acting. I'm acting so hard. Yeah, Sandra Bullock, I don't know. She's one of these people I think got a little too famous. And then she was suddenly in everything. And then she hasn't been in anything in a while. And now she's coming back. And I guess this is her new career now, right? She's getting older. She's got to make the transition to Meryl Streep land, where she's such a good actress they'll put her in the movies even though she's not super hot anymore. Just make good movies. Just make good movies. Just pick better scripts. I get it, not all scripts are good, and sometimes you got to take a gig just to make your mansion payments, whatever, but I don't know. When's the last good movie she's really been in? I can't think of it. Gravity was one of the worst movies I've ever saw. I mean, that movie sucked. That movie was awful. Just awful. She made that movie with Ryan Reynolds, a rom-com, and the Melissa McCarthy movie I heard was okay, but I don't know. It just kind of turned me off. I don't know. It just looks like too much drama to me. I'm going to take a pass. And that's it for me and The Unforgivable. I'd rather watch The Unforgiven. Now that's a movie. That's a Western. Little Joan and I will see you in the next one. Check us out on Bitchute and Rumble. We do 4 videos a day. We work it. Hollywoke Hot Take and a News Blast.